Okay, let's get started here. So today, first of all, hope everyone is having a decent day considering global events right now. I hope that this video can, distract you a little bit from that and hopefully make your day a little bit better. So I just wanted to go through my methodology for testing microphones and headset microphones today to hopefully, well, A, entertain you, and B, maybe find some flaws in the testing too. And I'd love to hear some suggestions and pointers on improving this process. But I'm hoping that this will create a as controlled of an environment as I can with my current resources to hopefully give you an idea of how well these headset microphones work. So this is going to be a whole new methodology moving forward. It does resemble what I've done before, but again, I'm really trying to control as many factors as I can. So the first thing I'm going to do is go through all of these different effects that I use to make background noise. So the first thing I do is I set my Google Home Mini to volume 8, and then I'm going to be playing all of these on that behind me. Because I figured, especially with headset testing, a lot of the extra room sound and all of that is probably going to be happening behind you, right? And so we're gonna try that. So, hey Google, volume 8. There we go. Perfect. A little slow, but we're good. Okay, so I don't know if you guys knew you could do this, but in VLC, oh, you're hearing it over my speakers right now. In VLC, you can actually set the rendering device. And if you see that, you've got all of my Google Home speakers. I know some of you out there are horrified by seeing this right now. I am fine with the trade-off of privacy. I use this to control my home automation. And, if you feel very differently about that, we're just going to have to agree to disagree. I really like what utility these bring to me, so I'm going to keep them for now, even though I know that Google is recording a lot of what we're saying. So I'm not under any sort of, I'm not going to sit here and try to apologize for Google's behavior on these. I know what they're doing and I'm okay with it, but I also respect you if you feel very differently about that. Anyway, not to go on that tangent too much. All right, so let's go ahead and play on the Office speaker. You heard that little ding there, and then we're going to go ahead and play the dogs barking. I have to make sure my dog is out of the room for that. He goes crazy. So I'm going to be, I should have said this ahead of time. I'm going to be quiet during the sound effects parts. I want you to hear what they are without me talking over them. You can go listen to a proper mic test video that I've done if you want to hear, how a microphone filters out these background noises or doesn't, as the case may be. But in this video, I really want you to hear the sound effect on its own so that when you do watch the mic review videos or mic test videos, you know what sound effect is playing in the background. So anyway, and on the dogs barking, I wanted to get a few different types of dogs because obviously there's different pitches and different dogs barks. That's not going to represent all of them, but I tried to get some high-pitched and some low-pitched and try to mix that up a little bit. All right, so now we're going to do the kids talking test.
What did you guys do?
We had fun.
Nice.
Ooh. Hey,
Yeah, we
hey,
were going Zoom
hey,
with
Granny,
that.
is it okay that I can play with you on the Xbox?
Yeah, sure. Can someone help her get set up?
So there we go. We got some kids talking in the background. Hopefully, again, that's representative to your environment. We're going to do music now. This is one of the weirdest things I've put together recently. It's just a bunch of So YouTube has a collection of music that you can use royalty free, and it's safe to use on the platform. So I just took some clips from different styles on there and smashed them all together into like a 25-30 second clip. So enjoy this mess. All right, so there you go. All right, so let's see. We've got dogs, kids, music, TV. All right, gonna have to insert this in the middle with a hard transition. Totally forgot to run the TV test after music. Don't know how I must have just been nervous. So we're gonna go ahead and insert this in the middle here. Again, I'm sorry, this is gonna be a hard cut edit because I am still learning a lot about video editing. So here we go.
Have you robbed any widows and orphans today? Oh, yes. We bankers love that joke. Boy, enough of this levity. Let's get down to business. Talk about the money you're going to make. Oh, yes, let's do that. I don't mind telling you, Colonel, I am happy to invest in any project of yours at any time. Due no doubt to the fact that your little investment in my pickle business has earned approximately 312% to date.
All right, so that's a clip from an old TV show that I put on here. Hopefully that doesn't get me any, DCMA takedowns? But anyway, there we go. That's the TV test. Let's do the typing test. So I'm going to do, in my videos from now on, I keep forgetting to do this in some of them, but at least, 20, 30 seconds of typing. I do have a mechanical keyboard, but it is one with the Logitech Blue switches, which are not, not Logitech Blue, Logitech G Roamer. No, the blue switches on Cherry are really, really loud. This guy is somewhere between like a brown switch and not even blue. It's like between a brown and a linear switch, really, like a red. And I really like it because I do like the tactile feedback, but I don't like the clickiness of a blue switch. And I do have one of these little guys here. If you do want to hear a blue switch, that's a blue switch. Brown, as you could probably hear, it's very similar to Logitech G Roamer. And then you've got the linear switches, the black and the red. I love this little thing, by the way. Such a cool little demo when I was shopping around for my mechanical keyboard. Okay, so we've got typing down. And then let's do the voice test. And then also just go over the script that I read. You can see it on my screen here, but regardless, I thought it'd be good to go over that. So let's do the voice test.
Just chat.
Get to hear my lovely wife's voice helping me with this. Chromecast audio. So this is a little bit different. So on this one, don't really want to move the camera right now because I got it kind of in a sweet spot. But these are the speakers I'm using. It's just a little Razer, what did they call these? Ferox? These little battery-powered speakers. I've got this hooked up to a Google Chromecast Audio Edition. And what this is going to do is I've put this 2 feet to my right. So it's supposed to simulate somebody talking next to you. Obviously, it's not a perfect test because the speaker is not a human voice. But again, consistency, right? And it's really hard, even if I had someone standing next to me, to keep that consistent, the volume and everything. So I'm at least hoping this will approximate it close enough to give you a good idea of the performance of a microphone. So anyway, let's go ahead and play this now.
Just chatting and talking normally. Maybe a little loud now, and now a little softer. Checkered checks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Peter Piper. All right, and now I'm done.
Okay, perfect. So that was kind of my old script. It was getting on my nerves, frankly. And so I decided to change things up. So I went and did some research online, and this was an article that popped up on this, on these phrases here, on some top 10 phrases to test a microphone. It has a lot of P's and stuff like that, to T's and P's and things like that might really aggravate a microphone. So, yeah, so the small pup gnawed a hole in the sock, the fish twisted and turned on the bent hook, press the pants and sew a button on the vest. The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. 2 bluefish swam in the tank. Her purse was full of useless trash. The colt reared and threw the tall rider. Yeah, okay. It snowed, rained, and hailed the same morning. Read verse out loud for pleasure. And what I'm going to try to do is read what test it is first. So, for example, I'll be saying starting the dogs test, and then say those phrases, and then ending dogs test. Again, when I did the RTX test, I kind of felt like sometimes it was a little too chaotic, and it wasn't clear what I was supposed to be testing at the time. So I'm going to do better with that from now on. So anyway, hopefully this is interesting to you. Oh, and to record, I just used Audacity. When I was going back and forth, I just switched between the Blue Snowball that I'm recording on now and the RTX sound device that's created with RTX Voice. This is such a cool piece of software, by the way. Like, if you have an RTX video card, seriously try this out. Like, I don't want to go on too much of a tangent on this, but I was shocked with how with how well this worked during my testing with the Astro A50 headset. So anyway, I'm probably going to do another test with my Blue Snowball mic now with this new methodology. So watch for that. But anyway, I hope this was an interesting video for you. Please send your questions, comments. If there's something that I did that just seems like it won't work well, let me know. If you have suggestions of things to add, that would be great. I have a limited worldview like all of us do, and so I always appreciate somebody from a very different environment or country or whatever else giving me a different perspective on things. Like, oh, you should test this sound. This happens all the time around me. Great. I never would have thought about that because I don't live where you live. You know what I mean? So yeah, please send your suggestions and everything. Like and subscribe if you like this. We also have a Patreon if you are feeling generous. Even just $1 a month is awesome and will enable me to kind of justify putting more time into this channel and reviewing some more things. So anyway, thank you for watching and have a great day.